Hi guys, and welcome back to Blues Focus TV, and I'm here for one reason. On the preview for the Fulham game, I set a like goal of 20 likes and a transfer video would be coming out very soon. That like target was hit, and there's quite a few transfer rumours flying about at the moment, as well as some transfers that have been officially announced today. So there's a lot to talk about. Before we get into this transfer video, leave a like down below and make sure you subscribe to Blues Focus TV for all up-to-date Blues related content. Let's get in to our first announced transfer. And today the club announced that we've signed 24-year-old central midfielder Jani Bucuna for an undisclosed fee. That's right, a permanent deal, 3.5 years. So we've finally got a player that we're going to see after this season, which is great. Now, centre mid is one of the positions that we desperately needed to strengthen. In my opinion, it was the weakest position in our squad. And Jani Bucuna has tons of experience. He's played in the Europa League in his earlier days. He played at Groningen for most of his career over in Netherlands through all his youth. Then moved to Huddersfield, where he played 102 times for the Terriers. And he looked good every time I saw him, but then other people, Huddersfield fans, have said he was a bit inconsistent for them. Got a move to Rangers, didn't really get a look in. That was last summer, and he didn't get a look in, and they've moved him on. And we've now got him. And I think it's a pretty smart acquisition. Now, undisclosed fee means we don't know the value of it. If it was for cheap, then obviously it's a very good deal. I don't think there's much risk with it, as centre mid was somewhere we needed to improve anyway. And I think he slots straight into the team. He's a player that can beat a man, and his passing is pretty good, which is something we really lack. We cannot pass to save our lives. And he likes having the ball at his feet, which is good because the centre mids we've got at the moment are allergic to the ball. They don't like it, and everyone just hoofs the ball up top. Hopefully, Bacuna is a player that we can play the ball through, and he can create some opportunities, whether that's spreading it out wide to the wingers, playing it straight up top into the feet of a target man, or slotting Hogan in behind. I think it's a really smart acquisition, and yeah, it's a position we needed to strengthen. So I'm very happy with this signing. Let me know down below, Blues fans, are you happy with the signing of Jani Bucuna? Let's move on to our next confirmed transfer. And not too soon after the Bacuna transfer was announced, Lyle Taylor comes through the door on a loan move from Nottingham Forest. 31-year-old, 6'2" striker. So it's looking like a target man, but apparently he's not great by himself. He's good in a two. So I'm expecting him to be alongside Hogan while Troy Deeney's out. That makes sense to me, and I think Jukovic is getting on a bit now, and he is struggling in games to keep the ball, and I think Lyle Taylor might be able to just provide a bit more. Now, Lyle Taylor, his career, he had a prolific spell at Wimbledon where he scored 44 league goals, which made him their record league football goal scorer. That earned him a move to Charlton, where he scored 32 goals in 63 games. So just slightly better than a goal every 2 games, which is brilliant form. And that was under Lee Bowyer. So I can see why Bowyer's brought him in to work with him again. After he was at Charlton, he moved on to Nottingham Forest. Didn't pull up too many trees there, hence why he's now with us. on a loan move. But I think again, Bowyer has experience of working with Lyle Taylor, and they've had a good relationship in the past, and it's proven to be quite fruitful. So I'm hoping now Lyle Taylor and Hogan up front, they can get something going, and Lyle Taylor can be a threat for us. And I think you can't judge players before they've played games for your club. Because Lyle Taylor, I've seen a few people giving him a bit of stick, saying he hasn't really done it at Forest. And he's not really a championship level striker. But we'll judge him when we see him play for our team. And I think he's going to do well here. I think obviously being with Bowyer is a massive plus. But I reckon he'll fit in quite well, and he'll be able to adapt very quickly to the team and help us on our whatever our goal is this season. I know obviously to survive is the main thing. I think we'll survive pretty comfortably. Mid-table finish, maybe that's what we're aiming for. I think Lyle Taylor can get us into a decent spot. So this one from me, another good signing. No risk as well with it being a loan. So if he does struggle, like he has at Nottingham Forest, it doesn't matter because he'll go back in the summer. So I think there's no risk really. It's a win-win because if he does well, then we've had a good player on loan for us for 6 months. If he doesn't do well, he probably won't get much game time and he'll go back to Forest. Doesn't really matter too much for us. So yeah, this one, great signing in my opinion. And yeah, can really help us out. So they're the two announced signings that we've had so far today. But there are some transfer links. And we're going to move on to them. Because some of them are looking quite strong. Now the next player I'm going to talk about is linked with the club. And I would love to see him play for Blues. Sariki Demebele from Peterborough. Now, if you cast your minds back to our first fixture against Peterborough this season, Sariki Demebele played very well in that game, was a bright spark throughout, and was one of the main reasons they ended up winning that game, and they won it 3-0. Now, he didn't play the other night when we played them. Peterborough said that's due to an injury, but looking deeper into it, it looks like it's because he's linked with a move away. Bournemouth have apparently had 2 bids rejected for him, one for 1 million and one for 1.3 million. Apparently Blues are interested in tabling a £1.5 million move for him, and I think that would be a brilliant bit of business. If you can pick a player of Dembele's quality up for 1.5 million, that's a great deal. Whether it will happen, I obviously don't know. Bournemouth have a lot of pulling power. They're probably going to be, at least in the playoffs this season, but probably going to be getting automatic promotion. So I'd understand if he went there because he'd be going and probably getting Premier League football next season. However, if he does come to Blues, he'd be a great player for us. Bags of pace, very tricky, runs past players very easily. And he can play as a winger or up front. So it's a bit of versatility. Now we have got a lot of wingers. Bella, Graham, Hernandez, Sanchez, who it looks like he's going, and Chong, who is currently injured. So I think there is a gap in our team for a winger. I don't think it's a necessity, but if Bowyer is going to start playing wingers more often, then yeah, I think we could do with picking one up, especially if Ivan Sanchez is going. So this for me would be a great transfer, and he'd be a young player, not young, but of the age bracket that Craig Gardner is talking about. He's going to be coming into his prime in the next few years. I think it would be a very, very smart pickup and someone to start building around, especially on a permanent. This would be a brilliant deal and I'd love to see it happen. Let me know down below, would you like to see this transfer happen? How much do you think Sariki Demebele is worth? And the main question, do you think we'll end up getting him? Let's move on to our final linked player. And our last link is a bit of an unknown one. Kyle Wooton from Notts County, playing in non-league, scored 41 goals in 87 games for them. So a very good record, but it's non-league. Can he make such a big step up? That's why it's an unknown. No one can answer that question. It would be a risk, but I think it would be quite a cheap deal, which would be a reason to do it. He's 25 years old, 6'2", so again, Lyle Taylor's 6'2". Jukovic, don't know how tall he is, but I know he's definitely over 6 foot. So it's looking like that sort of mould of player, but younger. And if it's on a permanent and it's cheap, I'm all for it. Because if he's that good in non-league, he might not even notice a difference in the step up. He might just be an exceptional player. Again, I can't give too much knowledge on him because I'm not too sure about him. I just know he's got a good record for Notts County. And yeah, could he make the step up? That's the main question. Down in the comments, Kyle Wootton, could he make the step up all the way to the Championship? And do you think he'd prove to be a good signing? Let me know down below. So that's it for this transfer video. 2 announced today, 1 on a permanent, 1 on a loan, and 2 players that we're heavily linked with. Let me know down below what you think of all these players. And yeah, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more Blues related content. And head over to my channel if you've got time. I do Premier League Championship content, and I've started a Blues career mode on Football Manager 2022. If you're interested in getting involved, head over there and leave comments below on players you think I should sign. I'm currently coming towards the end of the transfer window. That's it from me. I've been James from Blues Focus TV, and up the Blues.